real estate. Every Saturday at 3, News Talk 1010. There's a brand new way to listen to your favorite radio station. The iHeartRadio app for your mobile and tablet. Download it for free today and enjoy your favorite radio station anytime, anywhere. You're listening to Jerry Agar, News Talk 1010.
So Motown Friday, I'm Jerry Agar. Leanne Phillipson with SproutRight.com is here. Good morning.
Good morning.
You didn't like my joke before the last hour there?
Well, I kind of laughed because it was pretty bad.
Heard you laugh in the background.
You did. It was pretty bad.
Okay. Okay, I want to do this really quickly because we spent too much time on my weight loss thing last week. I thought. I went on vacation, I gained 5 pounds.
Yes.
And I didn't even feel guilty about it.
Yes.
And then came back and went back to doing what I was doing, which was more sort of fish and vegetables and stuff like that.
Okay.
Okay. But you know, I had a couple drinks at that event you and I were at on Wednesday night.
Yes.
And stuff like that. And I lost the 5 pounds.
You did.
Yeah. But I think
okay. I just have to say, because on Wednesday you said I could just say. And I know you were joking. I hope you were joking. I could just say whatever it is that I think that you want to hear.
Yeah, just tell Lianne what she wants to hear.
Exactly.
Okay, but you know, ultimately, with you or anybody else, I could only get away with that for a while.
Yes.
I mean, pretty obviously, you can tell I've lost weight.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
What happens on a week-to-week basis?
Yeah.
You have to take my word for it.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
So you've lost the 5 pounds.
Either that or you've got to be in my house before 5 o'clock in the morning on a Friday.
It's gonna happen.
when I step onto the scale with practically nothing on.
I'll be asking Anne to take little selfies through
yes.
or that kind of
yeah, because she's up running around before 5 o'clock in the morning every day. She's if she needs to be, but you know.
No.
All right.
Okay. Well done.
Yeah. But all I would to conclude this, all I would say is that I found that it is true that if you've just gone on a vacation and you've gained some weight because you just had a lot of fun on the vacation and ate a bunch of the stuff you don't normally eat, that's the easiest weight to lose.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
It's
just get back on that horse.
It's the weight that's been there for a while.
Yes.
And no doubt I will experience the same thing everybody else does when it gets down to the last 10 pounds or so. That's going to be killer.
Plateau.
It'll be killer.
You can tend to plateau a little bit. And one thing that I do want to mention is I asked you last week to keep a food diary off air.
Yeah.
Please keep a food diary. For a lot of people, when you
did it Tuesday.
Yeah, Mr. Selective Hearing over here heard one day when I asked for a food diary for almost probably a week. Was really my original.
It wasn't that selective. It was 3 days.
Yeah, 3 days.
Yeah.
That's normally what I ask for.
Okay.
Do you help when you write down? Does that keep you accountable, or does that help at all?
Doesn't make any difference.
It's more of a pain.
Which is probably why I didn't do it.
Exactly.
All right.
Okay.
So this is interesting to me that there's this guy who wrote a mega seller book, The Blood Sugar Solution, and we'll talk about what you wanted to say about it today. But you were talking to me off the air about incorporating sugar in your diet, and that sounded counterintuitive to me. Did I misunderstand you?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
So it's about another effect of sugar and how it affects the gland which rules your metabolism. Your metabolism is how fast you burn off calories, right? That's not a lot of people when they come and see me and I do a consult, they say, oh, yeah, my metabolism is really quick. They're talking about their digestive system, their bowel movements. That is not your metabolism. Your metabolism is governed by your thyroid, which is like a 2-inch bow tie just sort of over your Adam's apple. That's the gland, the master gland that shoots out the hormones, which has the most to do with your metabolism, how quickly you're burning calories.
And everybody's different.
Everybody can be very different.
Is that why some people, like my brother-in-law, can eat whatever he wants,
sometimes
in any amounts he wants, and he just never seems to gain weight?
Yes, because you have a very fast metabolism. Your thyroid, you can have an overactive or underactive thyroid, and that's a problem. You really do want it to be
that's a medical issue?
In balance. That's a medical issue that you would be seeing your doctor for, having a blood test, having your T4, your thyroxine, all of those kind of things checked out to see where you're at. A lot of the time, people have an underactive thyroid, which means that their metabolism is not fast enough. not everyone who is overweight or holding on to extra weight have a low thyroid, and that would be a problem. But really what Mark Hyman was talking about in his book that you mentioned earlier is that this gland is essentially, as I said, is like the gas pedal for your metabolism, and it goes hand in hand with blood sugar levels. When you take steps to improve one, you automatically improve both. And we talk about sugar so much, and I say fastest way to lose weight is to reduce or eliminate the amount of sugar in your diet. And I thought this story was actually really quite interesting because it just takes it a bit further in understanding. Sugar in the body creates inflammation. So whether that gives you sore knees, whether that shows up as inflammation in your thyroid, when you reduce the amount of sugar that you eat, then all inflammation in your body goes down. Heart disease, cancers, absolutely everything can be improved by reducing the amount of sugar. And that's what showed up when people were balancing their blood sugar levels that he talks about in his book.
Okay, but when you're eating fruit, you're eating sugar.
Yes, that's a little bit different. We're talking really a lot more about
processed sugar.
Processed sugar. So, cookies. You can try this kind of switch your bread, which can be even though it doesn't have sugar in it, it's a very refined carbohydrate, a fast release into the system. So swap your bread for your brown rice. Swap your chips, which again more carb, for salad. Cheese for nuts. Cookies for fruit. So just a general across the board swapping something not so healthy for healthier. And you've done that to a certain extent with, this morning I was talking to you about having even more fruits and vegetables and even more fruits and vegetables. You've got cucumbers, you've got beans, you've got all of those kind of things. But I would really love for anybody to have a lot more color. So the purples, the berries, all of those kind of things, because they're also high in antioxidants. So the thyroid symptoms, which if you can identify with any of these, go and see your doctor first if you think that there's an issue. If you have 3 or more of these, according to his book, is stubborn weight gain, fatigue, poor concentration, or poor memory, low-grade depression, PMS, low sex drive, muscles, aches, weaknesses, sensitivity to cold, dry. If you really do have cold hands and feet, that is an indicator of thyroid issues.
All right. By the way, somebody just wrote in when we were scolding me for not doing enough of a food journal.
Yes.
Apparently there are apps for that.
There are
like
a lot
they
of apps
take
for that.
pictures of what you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Lots of apps for that. Also, just notes on your phone also work. It just keeps you a little bit accountable and keeps you on track of, because I asked people, what did you eat yesterday? And nobody could remember. I may not even be able to tell you.
I know what I ate yesterday, but I might not know specifically what I would know if I wrote it down as I was doing it.
That's
I might
right.
forget something or whatever. You've been hearing about Hurricane Harvey, then Irma. Now another hurricane is becoming a big concern. They're lining up like incoming airplanes out there on the ocean. The newsroom with more on Hurricane Jose in the news. That's at 11:30. It's 11:15. NEWSTAK 1010, time saver traffic.
No change for the drive heading into Mississauga this morning on the westbound 403. No change in the sense that.
By the way, I did have a
we
piece of pizza on
the
Wednesday
HOV
night.
lane getting by.
I had
This
one
is
piece
at
of pizza
Central
on Wednesday.
Parkway, which is on the approach to
We
Ontario.
just missed the ones
Now,
that
the
were really
reason
good
for
with
this
all like the
situation,
arugula
a
on
large
top. It
metal
was only the
beam
pepperoni
that
ones that we
essentially
see.
popped
thought you
off
said
the
we missed the
bridge
good
running
ones.
parallel to the highway, landed on the highway, and now repairs are being done.
Oh, it's,
taking some time. A number
Brendan.
of crews are on scene. Now, it's still busy off at the
From,
401
Sun
section,
TV.
but it's not as bad as it was earlier. So
Brendan
that's the
Michael?
good news.
Brendan-
Overall,
Yeah.
if you can
Robert,
avoid
your
this stretch,
producer?
probably your best bet.
He used to
Get
call
back
me all the time
on
to
the
come on Sun
403
TV.
from through Ontario,
Okay.
so you can
He's watching.
fly
Oh, good,
alternates
okay.
like
Is he the only
Edmonton
one?
or even Burnsdorf. There's no access from North Prospect
We got two
onto the
eyeballs.
403 either, so definitely
Can
something
2
to
pieces
consider.
of ancient
Just a
grain
little further
bread
back,
per
though, I
day
want to
hinder
talk
weight
about a
loss?
minor issue, West 403 ramp to
Depends what else you're
Eglinton.
eating.
We do have a
Yeah, I
stall
guess.
on that ramp. It blocks
Really?
the left
That's
lane.
only one
Heard
portion
about some tire
of what
debris.
you're having.
401
So.
eastbound near Trafalgar.
Person
scattered
doesn't
across
know
the
how to
highway.
spell metabolism,
MTO
and I
crews were
first
heading out
thought
to
the
that
question is,
scene.
it possible to
Gardner
get better
eastbound, just some
masturbation?
volume is typical.
I
Parkside
don't
at
think
the
that's- I don't think that
15
Leanne is the
delay.
one that's gonna
South
talk about
404
that.
Don Valley
No, that's
Parkway,
not
With Dr.
northbound
Mitch back
slow
on.
down.
Yeah, that's not
Dr.
quite
Mitch was
Lord,
on,
no
and he was
issues.
talking about
For
this
police
story that women under
investigation, a full
30
closure
have a
of
hard
St.
time
George
getting a
between
doctor to
College
do the
and
operation if they
Harvard.
want a
NEWSTAK
tubal
1010
ligation.
weather for the
Because the
most part,
doctor's
sunny
saying it's all a
clouds
little
today.
young in
Slight
your
chance
life to
of
be
rain.
making
That
that
chance of rain
irreversible
should end
decision.
by around
And they're saying,
8
well, that's
o'clock
not up to the
today.
doctor.
And
Anyway,
by the
we
end
were
of it, we
talking
should
back and
reach
forth.
17 degrees for the high.
Then,
Right now it's 16
I said,
under
so,
a mostly cloudy sky.
one of
Get
the
up to
things
a
is doctors want to make
$2,500
sure that
credit
women
on the
understand the
Gold Leaf
permanence
Design
of that.
2018
Yes.
Accurate
And he said yes,
TLX.
and I said, well, what about a
Acura, the
vasectomy?
official
How permanent as that? He said, well, it's less of an issue, but there's no guarantee.
This is Toronto's breaking
you know.
news,
I
traffic
said,
and weather.
some people might not
Radio
like this
NEWSTALK
question.
1010, your next
But
update
if
at 11:30.
This Tuesday on More in the Morning.
You know, can't
That's
come
why
out
we're
and see the
increasing
day
the
of
minimum wage
light
so
of day.
everyone can
Where'd
look
it
after
go?
themselves.
An in-depth
And he
discussion
went, that's a great question. He was happy I asked him.
on the
He
real
said it
cost of
incorporates back
minimum
into your
wage.
body just like bone cells and skin cells and cells off organs and everything else.
Yeah, everything just goes back in again.
Yeah.
It's not used.
A little tough to get by.
Hear all sides
We'll be in a lot of trouble. Could actually strengthen employment.
on the real cost of minimum wage.
All right.
Jobs will be at risk.
So,
Salad greens, and if anything else comes in question-wise,
Not good enough.
I'm happy to answer that. Becky was
well,
gonna-
is it
Becky-
possible to get better
Got a coffee
metabolism?
window,
Yes.
because we're having a
I can
coffee.
talk
I'm
I
going
can
to ask
speak
you
to
that one
Starting
coming
a
back.
little early about
Okay.
it, but we're starting.
Now remember to
I
say
think we start
metabolism.
December the 5th, and it goes to September the 10th. But I want to discuss coffee.
So Leanne, now you and Roger are...
And quite a selection, not inexpensive, but their sport coats are phenomenal. They're really between
Yeah.
$7.98, $8.98, but they are magnificent. And I noticed in the coffee, when we put a tuxedo, coffee